I'm Peggy Kelly with the Santa Paula Times, and I'm here today with a guest, Mercer, to discuss an exciting new fundraiser for a very exciting program that's happening at Santa Paula High School. It's Thursday, February 4th, and I'm glad you're all here so you can hear about this firsthand. Everybody knows Mercer. He's a stalwart of the community, as they would say on those English shows from the beginning. And he's done a wonderful job and always been involved, and he's and always for the kids. He's been a longtime member of the Optimist Club, and of course their whole thing is kids. And also now he's on the Blanchard Community Library Board, and I imagine other things. And so anyway, Ron, thank you for joining us. And I see that you are sitting there in front of actually what you're going to talk about, your backdrop. So let's hear about this Paula High School Sports Broadcast and Journalism Academy.
Great. Well, thanks for having me here today, Peggy. You know, about 3 years ago, Bob approached me and talked about starting a...
From KADY?
Yeah, Bob Allen with KADY TV. He approached me about starting a sports broadcasting program at Santa Paula High School. And we did start that with using a phone on a tripod. We went to the girls' softball games and we live streamed them using 2 or 3 high school students. We live stream the games. We live stream them, then we record them, and the students can look at them afterwards, the baseball players to the softball players. We also did some baseball games up at the baseball field up at the high school. And that was in the springtime. So then we had layover on the summer. We saw that the program could work. And so we continued on in the fall, and, you know, through the support of the school district and this high school principal and Danny Guzman, the athletic director, we started doing the live streaming the games. First of all, I believe we started with the volleyball games, and then we had the girls basketball, the boys basketball, then we went into the football games, and that got us, you know, we were live streaming, and then they were recorded, and the students, where the really good news was, is parents, if they weren't there, they could watch the games live. Grandparents long distance could watch them live, or they could watch them if their parents were working, watch the games later on that night. But the students could go watch the games. The coach could watch the games. And a thing that we see is those things are stored in an archive. College scouts can look at those games without having to come into Santa Paula and watch the player play. They can see the games and see them. And you can see right now with the COVID, this is really going to pay off because these coaches get to watch some of the games the kids played the last year and so on. And so we were doing the games, and then we were heading into the season. Of course, last year, the COVID hit. So that became a problem. It slowed down the games. But in the meantime, through the city and Spectrum Channel 10, there's what they call PEG funds. That's I think that's public education and government. There are funds sitting there the city could use to buy equipment to create content for Channel 10. That's all it could be used for, is equipment, not for wages or anything. And so the city, them in talking about it, we have put in what we call a 3-camera system of tilt, pan, zoom cameras in the gymnasium where the basketball and the volleyball are played. And there's also, we have a studio in Mr. Guzman's office with joystick and presets. And so we can put together a professional live stream broadcast and an archive broadcast. And we've had the students kind of looking at it, and they got to where the kids today, it's like gamers. They can play those things and make the thing, just make it, I want to say dance or sing. They can make it work really well. And we're going to be able to put out a professional show for the public. And again, we're going to put the cameras, we've got them in the gym. It's scheduled to put the cameras into the football stadium. We know that they're going to come back. CIF, Ventura County CIF, is determining when we can go back to playing sports. We know that it's going to be players and coaches only in the gymnasium on the field. The spectators are not going to be allowed to be there. We're going to put a camera system is scheduled to be put in at the football stadium. So if they come back to football, or if they get the soccer and the track, we can watch and live stream those games or those activities. We'll be in the gymnasium if we get in there. We don't know yet about that, but it depends on what the schedule is and when they let us back in. again, these things are going to be archived so people can look at them and watch them long distance.
Now,
Go ahead.
very appealing thing about this, and the goal of the whole thing too, is the fact that there's student involvement.
Yes.
So would you describe the student involvement?
So we have two parts to that. One of them is we already have students involved, and we've talked at the high school about they're going to create, as you can see behind me, the Sports Broadcasting and Journalism Academy. And we're working with the principal, we're working with Danny Guzman, and we're working with Kelly Payne, the ASB. So that's going to be part of the ASB program. And what they want to do is create, by having classes at the high school, we're working with the Ventura County Community College District. They could have some classes at the East Campus. And, if you do classes at the East Campus or at the college, you can get college credits. You can also get high school credits too.
Mm-hmm.
And so you could have students go over there and take a course there, like inside the classroom, there's 1 or 2 units. And then when they're out videoing or live streaming, they can get units there too. And so those apply to both places. And so to kind of jump ahead a little bit, Northridge is developing a sports broadcasting major, and they are looking for students. We're creating a pathway from Santa Paula High School through the Ventura College District to Northridge.
Yeah, to CSUN, California.
To CSUN, Cal State, yeah, CSUN.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. And we've got kids that from the high school, we've had 2 or 3 or 4 over the years. Right now, we have 7 students at the high school that are interested in this program. And all of them want to be in broadcasting or journalism, either as the technician, or they want to be in filmmaking, or they want to, movies and so on, or they want to be a sportscaster. We did have a student last year that was a sportscaster with us, and he left, and he's at Arizona State University as a sports broadcasting major, and he got a scholarship to go that, and he had an option to go to Kansas, the university there. So kids are leaving. Go ahead.
An intern program too for college students who
yes,
and they're going to be actually working with the high school students.
Yeah, so we have the high school students, and then right now we've got 2 college students. One goes to Ventura campus, one goes to the Oxnard campus, and they are experienced sports broadcasters. One of them has been doing it for about 5 years. He started in high school, and the other one, she's been doing it for a couple of years. Jackie Perez, she even did a remote. We had an away game. She used her phone and live streamed the game from courtside back to Bob at the K80Y TV. So the parents got to see it. So we have those 2 students. They're going to act as the college students are going to act as captains or mentors to the high school students, because they know how to do this already. And we have one returning senior at the high school. He was sports broadcasting last year, so he's bringing that experience with him. But what we want to do is to help out these college students, because they need to, pay their bills to go to college and so on. We've created an internship program for them, and we need some funding for that. So Bob Allen has graciously donated his Marilyn Monroe collection of collectible wines, and then partnering with the Santa Paula Chamber of Commerce, and they have a nonprofit organization they're going to use. We are going to fundraise using those wines. What we do is we'd like to ask people to donate some money, but not just donate money, but we want to give them something in return. And what they can get in return is a collectible bottle of Marilyn Monroe wine.
And that'll be an auction, correct?
It's going to be an outright purchase process.
Oh,
it's going to be, so if you go to traderharrys.com, you can go to traderharrys.com right now, and there is a beginning collector set available. And there are some other ones too, but there's a collector set if you want to get started doing it. It's traderharrys.com. Now, to learn more about what we're doing about this process and how this is going to work, this fundraising for the broadcasting internship program through the community college and the high school, Bob Allen is offering on February the 10th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. a Zoom conference or meeting that he is there to discuss the program and answer any questions, give more details as needed. And that's what's going on with this, is the funding for this sports internship using the college students.
How will people be able to attend those meetings at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock on Wednesday next week?
Correct. Yeah, people can log in if they go to k80ytv.com and you look, and there's a link there to the Zoom meetings. You just go on and you click whichever one at 2 o'clock. You'd click on the 2 p.m. one. It'll take you to the meeting. 7 o'clock, you click on the 7 o'clock one. It'll take you to the meeting. And there's an opportunity there to look around that website. There's some other things about games that we've done in the past. If you want to see what the program's about, if you haven't looked at them, or if you want to find out about the Santa Paula High School sports, there's some games there that are in the archives that you can look at. So, and there is a video that this information we've given you just now, there's a video there that'll show that also.
Yeah, well, it's a wonderful program. It's very inventive, and there are a lot of interest in video production, period, and with some definitely with an interest in the sports end. And like you said, some of them are just interested in video, which is fine. You know, these are all career paths.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we believe that live streaming is going to really become the thing of the future. You can see it already. It's happening on TV. My favorite shows are no longer on the regular channel. You got to have the streaming. Streaming is the way. How many streaming channels are there now? And they're advertising the regular channels. So live streaming is going to be the way it's going to be. So, and with the sports, it's ready-made content. It's ready to go. And, you know, this is for our community. That's the whole point of this, is developing a program for our community. And the students are really interested in this idea of being able to live practice, live broadcast, how to do this and get this experience they can take with them as they head off to college to pursue their career. So that's
wonderful. Yeah, and like you said, and it's true, not only are the athletes exposed to colleges who might want to give them scholarships, so are the people that are involved in the production of videos.
That's truth. They'll have that on their resume also. And so we're looking as a win-win-win all the way around for everybody. I mean, like I said, the school district, Danny Guzman is so excited about this, that he gets to see his games live streamed to the kids and so on. So
well, I know everybody in town is very loyal to Santa Paula High School, and Santa Paula High School students and Santa Paula High School scholars and athletes and everything. So this is ready-made for Santa Paula, and I'm sure that it's going to be very successful.
You know, last year when we were doing the games, the volleyball games, I remember the girls would look up and they knew what we were doing and they would turn around and wave to us because they know what's going on. So they enjoyed it too. And then there were those that told us that they went back and watched the recording so they could see what the game looked like. So it worked out very well for everybody.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much for telling us all about this. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think I've covered it pretty well. There's a lot going on with this, so we're staying active on it, and just look forward to what's going on. We want the public to be ready. As soon as the CIF opens up, we're going to be out there broadcasting, so we're looking forward to it.
Let us have the times and how people can go ahead and attend the meetings next week again, please.
Again, that's I believe that's Wednesday, February the 10th. And there's a 2 p.m. Zoom meeting and a 7 p.m. Zoom meeting on Wednesday, February the 10th.
Okay, and they go to
k80ytv.com, and you'll see the link that you click on, and it'll take you to the meeting.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Ron.
Yes, thank you for having me here, Peggy. It's always a pleasure.
Okay, always a pleasure. Everybody, isn't that wonderful? And we're so glad to have heard about that. That's a wonderful opportunity for our kids here in Santa Paula. And please think about becoming involved, donating, encouraging your students to get involved. And it smacks of success. It makes me very happy. I always love these projects. Thank you so much, Ron.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to have a wonderful weekend. But remember, don't let the Super Bowl become a super spreader. So you take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.